Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Tyler, and this is my tabletop. Today we're painting another 3D printed giant. Um, this is the second one for my Sons of Bahamut list for Age of Sigmar. So we're going to paint this one up. We're going to use Citadel Greyseer, Wraithbone, Wildwood, Baneblade Brown, Basilicum Grey, Storm Vermin Fur, Administratum Grey, Gorthor Brown, Skeleton Hide, Corn Red, Flesh Terrors Red, Balthazar Gold, Agrax Earthshade, and Nilic Oxide, plus Vallejo White and Black, Army Painter Pure Red, and Army Painter Weapon Bronze. So, once again, this is over base Rust-Oleum primer, gray primer. This time, the big difference between this one and the other one is the skin tone. Instead of like a, I guess, normal, not normal, Caucasian skin tone, I'm going with an elephant gray, because it's a big dude. An elephant gray skin tone might work. Spoiler alert, I like how it looks. So anyway, the skin is going to be based with Greyseer. And then the pants are going to get Wraithbone. I'm saving a little time. I wanted to see how just one base coat worked before putting the contrast on it. And I'm a bad painter. I don't water down my paints or anything like you're supposed to. So the pants are going to get Wraithbone. The cloth, so the wraps around his arms where his armor goes, are also going to be Wraithbone. And then his skin is Greyseer. The other big difference is that the armor, instead of going with the dirty black that I did, I wanted to do bronze. So it's going to be bronzed with some verdigris, which is the oxide paint that I can't pronounce. I think it's a Necron name or something like that. I love GW's paints, but because they want to be able to copyright all of them, yeah, they use some strange names sometimes. Anyway, so we're going to give everything its base coat. First and foremost is just the skin and the legs. And then we'll move on from there into the contrast paints. And that, I stopped halfway because I got a phone call. Anyway, I'm going to skip ahead. You guys don't really need to see this. This is pretty standard stuff. Okay, so now we are dry brushing, or not dry brushing, contrast paints. The skin is getting basilicanum gray, and then the pants will get wildwood, just like last time. After we put the contrast paints on these two, we'll dry brush. The skin tone is the skin is gonna get storm vermin fur, which is it's a darker gray with just a hint of brown. And then the pants will get baneblade brown as a dry brush. Once that's done, and yep, the glue does not hold very well on these things. Anyway, where was I? Cloth wraps. On the cloth wraps, we're going to put skeleton horde on those. I'm not even going to dry brush them after that because I kind of liked how they looked. And once that's done, we'll have dry brushed. Then I'm going to hit the belt. So this time the belt is going to be red. I've got corn red that's going to go on first, and then I'm going to contrast it with flesh terrors red. And then it'll get a dry brush of pure red. Super simple. Overall, these things are very, very simple to get to good, solid tabletop quality. I really like the models. I like how they come off of the printer. They're resin prints, obviously, and they're pre-supported. You don't have to do anything. Just load them onto your printer, or load them into your program, save them, and then print. I really like how they've been turning out. So, anyway, I am going to find out what the dog's barking at and play some music, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. And somehow I wound up off camera. Also, since the last time I checked in, we put the wood base coat on the handle, which is what is that? That's Gorthor Brown. Sorry. And then it got Agrex, and then it's Agrex Earthshade over the top of that. Once again, I'm not dry brushing it. I like it a little darker. And then we're gonna start working on the armor. So the armor is gonna get Balthazar Gold as the base coat, and then it'll get some Agrax Earthshade. Sort of using it like a contrast paint. I mean, it's a shading paint, so. But once the Agrax Earthshade is on the armor, we go to Weapon Bronze, dry brush it with Weapon Bronze, and then we're going to kind of a wet dry brush the whatever oxide paint on that, and then from there I'm gonna go back and dry brush again with Weapon Bronze, because I kind of overdid it on the oxide. Anyway, so right now I'm putting on the Agrax Earthshade onto the handle and the armor, and then I'm just dotting the eye and the teeth, just basic white, and then here I am putting the Flesh Terror Red on the sash, belt, sash, whatever. And just doing some touch-ups. And then this is the the stone, which is Administratum Gray. So I'm going to do Administratum Gray for the stone, and then for the ropes, I'm going to use Gorthor Brown, which I think I've already said. And then I'm going to wash that whole, all of the rock that's not already covered in the cloth with Agrax Earthshade, because why not? It'll unify it all. Simple enough. And that's me putting some corn red in the eye to make it a red eye, because why not? Grr, scary giant. Even with the lights, it's super dark. This is me dry brushing the pure red onto the belt, which will finish it up. At this point, the body is pretty much done. I'm just dotting the eye, the iris with black, the pupil. Basically, the whole body is done. I use what color did I wind up using for the nails? Just like the other giant, I went back and I painted the nails just to make them stand out a little bit. They should be... I think they're storm vermin. Yeah. I believe they're straight storm vermin. Okay. And now I've got the oxide out. And yeah, you can see I kind of overdid it. You could pull some of it back off with the brush, but it's still a bit much. So I waited till it was dry and then dry brushed it again with the weapon bronze, which cleaned it right up. And that's the Agrax Earthshade wash. And all that's left is just dry brushing the stone, which is going to get dry brushed with Gray Seer to kind of tie it back in. And then it's just glued together. These are going together really quick. Actually, the slow part is the printing. It takes about 60 hours to print one of these suckers, and it takes way less time to paint it. They're turning out really well. I like how they look. This one looks really cool. That's pretty much it for now. There'll be another one. I've got one more to paint for my 1,000-point list before I switch over to the hero. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like it, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I've been Tyler. This has been my tabletop. I'll talk to you guys soon.